Kumar, and today we are going to see how to solve the recurrence relation. So let us see how to solve the recurrence relation. Let us assume that a recurrence relation is given to us. Let's say t of n equal to t of n minus 1 plus n. This is what the recurrence relation is given to us. So let us assume this is equation number 1, and for this recurrence relation termination condition is also given. So let's say this is the termination condition, t1 of 1 equal to 1. So this is the termination condition. See, now in this equation what we have to do, we have to solve this recurrence relation with the help of substitution method. So how we can solve this method? So if I substitute the value of t of n minus 1 in this equation, then I can further simplify this equation. So let us try to find the value of t of n minus 1. From where I can find the value of t of n minus 1? So let me write equation number 1. So this is what t of n equal to t of n minus 1 plus n. So this is my equation number 1. If you replace n by n minus 1 in equation number 1, then you will get t of n minus 1 value. So let's say, so this is going to be n will be replaced by n minus 1, so it will become t of n minus 1. Now this n will be replaced by n minus 1, so it is going to be n minus 1 minus 1 plus n minus 1. Now this is, if you simplify this, so this is going to be t of n minus 1, this is going to be t of n minus 2 plus n minus 1. So this is what the value of t of n minus 1. If you simply substitute this value in this equation, then let us see what we'll get. So we are going to get, now so let me write plus n as it is. So this is plus n as it is. Now let me substitute the value of t of n minus 1. So t of n minus 1 value is nothing but this. So let us substitute. So it is going to be t of n minus 2 plus n minus 1. Let me rewrite it again. So this is going to be t of n minus 2 plus n minus 1 plus n. Okay, so now we have to find t of n minus 2 value in again, for we have to find the t of n by 2 value. So if you see, now this time if I replace this n by n minus 2 in equation number 1, if I substitute, if I replace n minus 2 by n, then I'll get the value of t of n minus 2. So let us substitute. So it is going to be t of n minus 2 equal to, so if you replace this n by n minus 2, it is going to be n minus 2 minus 1, so it is going to be n minus 2. Let us simplify this. So it is going to be t of n minus 3 plus n minus 2. Now let us substitute this value in the given equation. So how to substitute? Now let us say, so this is so let me write this value as it is n minus 1 plus n. Now this is what t, now t of n minus 2 is nothing but t of n minus 3, t of n minus 3 plus n minus 2. So let me rewrite it again. So this is going to be t of n minus 3 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 1 plus n. Now first time I have substituted, then I got t of n minus 2, then next term is n minus 1, then next term is n. Now second time if I have substituted, so this is going to be t of n minus 3, and next term is n minus 2, n minus 1 and n. Now see, I am understanding what pattern it is following. So if I substitute one more time, so it will be, so it is going to be t of n minus 4 plus, now so if it is 3 then it is 2, if it is 4 then it is going to be n minus 2, not 2, sorry, it is going to be 3. So this is 3 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 1 plus n. If you are having any doubt, so you can just find the value of t of n minus 3 with the same approach, and you can just substitute, you will get the same equation. Okay, so let us Now, so up to what term we have to continue? Up to what term we have to continue this process so that we can reduce this function? So this is nothing but t of n minus 4, then next if I substitute t of n minus 1. So up to what term I have to substitute? See, I know the value of t of 1. So some and how I have to make it this portion 1. So how I can do this? So let's suppose now I am substituting, I am subtracting n minus 1 from this n. So let us see. So I am subtracting n minus 1 from this n. So if you simplify, then it will become t of 1, and I know the value of t of 1. So next term would be what? See, I have subtracted n minus 1. So next term would be what? So next term would be, if it is 4, then it is 3. If it is n minus 1, then next term would be n minus 2. So means I have to subtract n minus 2 from this n. Then next, plus up to n minus 1 plus n. So this is what the series I am getting. Okay, if I further simplify this, so it is going to be t of 1 plus, so if you cancel this, so it is going to be 2, next term would be definitely 3, next term would be 4, like this it will continue up to n minus 1 plus n. So if you see, what is the value of t of 1? T of 1 is nothing but it is 1. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to what term? It is going to be n minus 1 plus n. So this is nothing but the, if you see, this is sum of series. So what is the value? So sum of series is nothing but, so this is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. If you further simplify, so it is going to be n square plus n divided by 2. So what is the dominating term in this? So you can say time complexity is what? Order of n square for this particular recurrence relation. So this is what the meaning of substitution method means. You have to substitute the value of given function in such a way so that you can reach to the termination condition or given condition. So this is what recurrence relation, how we can solve the recurrence relation. Let us see next example. Let us assume recurrence relation is given to us, which is n into t of n minus 1. So this is what the recurrence relation is given to us, and termination condition is same. So let us assume this is equation number 1, and we have to calculate the time complexity for this given recurrence relation by using substitution method. So we have to substitute, and substitution method, with the help of substitution method we can calculate the time complexity. So how we are going to calculate? Again we are going to find the value of t of n minus 1. So how we can find the value of t of n minus 1? So let us again see. So let me write the equation number 1. So equation number 1 is nothing but n into t of n minus 1. So this is equation number 1. If you replace this n by n minus 1, then you can find the value of t of n minus 1. So let us replace this. So it is going to be t of n minus 1. Now this n by n minus 1 into t of, so n minus 1 and minus 1. If you simplify this, so it is going to be n minus 1 into t of n minus 2. It is going to be t of n minus 2. Now let us substitute the value. So it is what? This is now I have to substitute value of t of n minus 1. So let us substitute the value of t of n minus 1. So t of n minus 1 is nothing but this n minus 1 into t of n minus 2. So let us simplify this. So this is nothing but n into n minus 1. So this is going to be t of n minus 2. Now in this, again this is function calling, or again this is function. So we have to substitute the value of t of n minus 2. So now our next task is we have to find the value of t of n minus 2. How to find the value of t of n minus 2? So simply we can replace this n by n minus 2. If I replace this n in this equation, if I replace n by n minus 2, then I will get the value of t of n minus 2. So let us try to find the value of t of n minus 2. So this n by n minus 2 equal to, n is nothing but n minus 2 into, so this is going to be t of n minus you can say 3. Now, so simply you can write, so this is going to be n into n minus 1. Now you know the value of t of n minus 3, so it is nothing but n minus 2 into t of n minus 3. So now I have understood the pattern. For first time, if I have substituted, so I am getting n into n minus 1, then t of n minus 2. Next time I got n into n minus 1, n minus 2. Maybe if I substitute one more time, so I'll get n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 and into t of n minus 4. So my task is I have to reduce this value. I have to make this portion t of 1. So what I can subtract from this n, so it will become or t of 1. So this value should be 1. Now see up to what term I should continue. Let us assume, so let's say this is now this is n into n minus 1, this is n minus 2. Now see, let's say I am subtracting n minus 1 from this n. So n, let me write n from n minus 1. So I am subtracting n minus 1 from this n. So my previous term is my previous term was now so it was definitely n minus 2, because if it is 4 then it is n minus 3, 1 lesser. Now if it is n minus 1 then definitely it is n minus 2. See, so it will be continue. Now if you see, this is n, next term is n minus 1, next term is n minus 2, next term n minus 3. So now this is what, actually this is 2. Now this is going to be what, next term, previous next term is 3. Now this is nothing but t of 1 is going to be, t of 1 I know 1. Now if you see, this is nothing but factorial value. So this is what, factorial series. Now in approximate way you can write this factorial n raised to power n. So see how you can write this n raised to power n. See, in asymptotically you are considering this part n and this is n minus 1 approximately. So you are ignoring constant value, so you are writing n. So for this also you are writing n. So this is not this is approximate value, not exact value. So that is the reason we are writing n raised to power n, n into n into n into n times. So we can write n raised to power n. So this is what the time complexity for this given recurrence relation is, n raised to power n. So this is what the time complexity. Okay, let us solve one more example so that we can have more clarity. Let us assume one recurrence relation is given to us. So this is t of n minus 1 plus 1 upon n. So this is what the recurrence relation is given to us, and termination condition is same, t1 of 1 equal to 1. So this is what the termination condition. Now let us assume this is equation number 1. Again I need to find the value of t of n minus 1. So with the same approach I am going to find the value of n minus 1. So let's say this is my equation number 1. So t of n minus 1 plus 1 upon n. So equation number 1, what I will do, I will simply replace n by n minus 1. So if I replace this n by n minus 1, so I'll get t of n minus 1. This is going to be t of n minus 2 plus this is going to be 1 upon n minus 1. So simply if I substitute this value in this equation, now what is the value of t of n minus 1? So t of n minus 1 is nothing but t of n minus 2 plus 1 upon n minus 1, and this is nothing but 1 upon n. Okay, now this time I have to find the value of t of n minus 2, this is n minus 1, this is 1 upon n. Now this time I have to find the value of t of n minus 2. If I find the value of t of n minus 2, then I can simply substitute here. So how I can find the value of t of n minus 2? So simply I can replace this n by n minus 2. Now let us replace this. So this is going to be t of n minus 2, and this is going to be t of n minus 3 plus this is going to be n 1 upon n minus 2. So let us replace this. So if you replace this, so it is going to be t of n minus 3 plus 1 upon n minus 2, and this will be as it is, 1 upon n minus 1 plus 1 upon n. If you observe, so you are getting one series again, you are getting one pattern. So what pattern you are getting? See, if I substitute one more time, so maybe I'll get t of n minus 4 plus 1 upon n minus 3 plus 1 upon n minus 2 plus 1 upon n minus 1 plus 1 upon n. So see, up to what term I should continue this pattern. So what I can do, I have to make this portion t of 1. So again I will follow the same approach in previous questions. So what I can do, I'll subtract n minus 1 from this n. So what I will do, so I'm subtracting n minus 1 from this n. So what will happen? So it will become t of 1, and I know the value of t of 1. T of 1 is what? 1. So my next term would be what? Definitely. So it is going to be n minus, here I have subtracted n minus 1. So next term would be n minus 2. The next term would be n minus 3. So this is it will be continued up to what? 1 upon n minus 1. Last term is 1 upon n. So if you simplify this, so it is going to be t of 1, and t of 1 is nothing but 1. Now then it is going to be 1 upon 2, then it is going to be next 1 upon 3 up to what? So this is what? N minus 1, and it is 1 upon n. So now this is what? This series. This is the series for log n. So log n. So what is the time complexity? Time complexity is log base 2n. For this particular recurrence relation, what is the time complexity? Order of log n is the time complexity for this particular case. Okay, so we'll solve some of the questions also in the next coming videos. So thank you so much for this.